Alright, we live and running right now. We up live and running. We all the way up on the volume. Alright, perfect. Now I want y'all to pay attention to this video. I'm gonna show y'all a video and I'm gonna commentate on things. So I'm gonna pause that moment and commentate on it. First of all, I want y'all to notice what this says right here. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, the sword to slay and the dogs to tear." Now check this video out.
So this particular family member, I'm very well aware of this person in the 3D being a very karmic person in my life. As we exit, go out. My name is Shabby Zane, and I'm coming with a message specifically for the chosen. So if you find that this message resonates with you, please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel, and also email me if you want any of my private services, whether it's personal reading or any of my tropes or anything of that nature. Okay, so let's just get right into it. I'm going to start off with a dream that I had last night. Very short. I had a dream that I was with an immediate family member, and we was coming out of a building, going outside into the parking lot, because this person who I was with had actually driven. And as we exited to go out into the parking lot, it was dark outside, but you could clearly see a lot of people in the parking lot. There was people that was throwing bottles. They were starting fights with one another. It was very rowdy, very chaotic energy, okay, very dangerous environment to be in. And so this family member of mine went to her car, because we came together in her car, apparently. She went to her car, and as I'm trying to get to her car, I took a slightly different path around other cars in the parking lot to get to her car. She got in her car and she drove off, left me right there standing in the parking lot. And so I didn't understand what was going on. I'm thinking, okay, maybe she's coming back around. I didn't know what was going on, but all I know is I looked up and it might have been me an hour or more that passed before she came back. And when she came back, she claimed, "Oh, I just left because I had to go grab me something to eat." And then I woke up. So this particular family member, I'm very well aware of this person in the 3D being a very karmic person in my life, okay? So this dream showed me that for many of the chosen, a lot of you were placed in very compromising positions, and it was done intentionally, okay? You were placed in these compromising positions by the powers that were and by so-called immediate family who are being used as pawns by the powers that were. But you was protected the entire time, okay? In spite of all the chaotic energy, you could have lost your life, you could have been hurt, there's many different things that have happened to you. You were still divinely protected in the midst of the fire, okay? This dream showed me that a lot of these karmic family members who was placed around you to actually drive you into the fire or to leave you there in harm's way, they were in a position where they could help you if they wanted to. They had the free will to help you if they really wanted to see you thrive and to win. Just like the person in my dream, she could have easily allowed me to get into her car and we could have gone to our destination. But instead, she made a decision to leave me standing there in the midst of a very dangerous situation and came back a long time later. I believe it was to really see, did I survive the environment, okay? During the time of you being left in this dangerous situation, whatever that like for you, or looks in for everybody, these karmic family members was off enjoying the good life. Like you said, I left to go and get something to eat. So these karmic family members were out eating, enjoying life, festivities, doing all types of things while you stood in the midst of the fire. So obviously, the Most High protected you, surrounded you with your spiritual team who was going to ensure that you was protected from harm's way, okay? But I wanted to look a little bit deeper to see what is this all about, because in the last message in regards to my sisters, I received a spiritual download right there while doing that message. And I was told that the chosen each lineage, each bloodline, there's a chosen seed that comes through that bloodline, and that's you, okay? You know who you are by now. So it's you versus many karmic family members who have decided to sell their souls or to have you as a sacrifice. What was revealed to me is that there's always one specific person amongst those karmics who has the potential to be crowned the leader or the superior over these karmics. So it ends up being you versus them when it comes down to it. For some of you, it's your parents. For some of you, it's your siblings. For some, it's your aunt. cousin, your best friend, whoever it is, these are karmics you have repeated lifetime after lifetime with. The entire objective, though, is you as the chosen are being brought up against the karmics who are the pawns or the powers that were. And the ultimate goal is to see, will you be able to overcome the hardships that's placed over you by these karmics, by these pawns? If you fail, that person who is the so-called leader of the karmics, leader of the karma pack, whoever that is, will then receive some form of fortune or some form of elevation amongst these people, okay, amongst these different energies. And this would last for many different lifetimes. So in other words, we don't just die and turn, and our spirit and everything disintegrates. No, we leave the physical vessel and our spirits is still alive. So we end up entering into a new vessel and we have different, lifetimes. Okay.
So pause right there. A spirit is basic animation, which is any the basic thing needed to animate any vessel. So a roach has a spirit, a rat has a spirit, a ant has a spirit. A spirit is what's needed for basic animation of any vessel or any life form. And animation is basically for that life form to be able to move and do things. Basically, if without a spirit, it would just be basically like a rock just sitting there. It just a rock just sits there. A rock don't have a spirit. A rock just sits there. It just sit there until something move that rock. It just there. It just is. But a spirit is what's needed for basic animation to move around in any vessel. So in order for a roach to move how it do, it needs a spirit. In order for a rat to even move around, because a rat don't even have bones and whatnot. A rat can go under the smallest creases. So you gotta, what the hell is a rat? How can this rat even move? It don't even have bones to hold up his body. How? So that just lets you know right there that even the rat has a spirit. An ant has a spirit. That's what's needed for basic animation of any vessel for it to be able to move around. That's it. But we as carbon beings have a soul. A soul is an immortal entity all in its own. A soul is what makes us deities, primordial deities, carbon deities. Notice anytime they spoke about anything related to soul, it always related to black people. Soul food, black people, melanated people, soul music, melanated people. So they just came out with a movie called Soul. Some of y'all may have seen it with the black jazz teacher. It was kind of like an animated movie. So anything that was related to soul or solar, it was always referred to melanated people because we have souls. Everything has a spirit. Everything that can move around has a fucking spirit. But only melanated beings have souls. Only beings that have this dark carbon skin have souls. A soul is an immortal entity all in itself. Y'all got to remember, we are not the body. We are spirit and soul. So without the body, so the body is nothing. Without the body, you just have spirit and soul. But only we have souls, melanated beings. Everybody else, the white people, be like, my spirit told me something. Yeah, because y'all have spirits, and that's all y'all have is a spirit. A soul is what's needed. You look at all kind of other race of beings. They can't cook. Their food be bland. They can't really dance. They have no rhythm. They're stiff. There's no creativity in them. You can just look at a group of Caucasians and Mexicans. It's just like there's no life. It's just like, but when you come across a group of black people, it's like, bro, these people are like, they lively, they creative, they got soul, they got spunk, they got funk, they got all kind of stuff. Yeah, that's right. Because we have a soul. We can express our feelings and we can express emotions. We're able to feel love. We're able to feel things because we have a soul. This is why white people and people of other races can go kill people, shoot up schools with children in it. What happened at Sandy Hook? That little white boy did that. He didn't lose a lick of sleep. This is why the oppressors and the government and the elites and the cabal are able to do things like this, in the shadow government and the draconian reptilian species that's on the planet. This is why these people are able to do all these treacherous acts across the world, because they don't have a soul to even feel care or feel love. Black people to this day still would never go shoot up a school. We would never go do a terrorist attack or place a bomb somewhere. We would never take people hostage. We would never and the things we do is because we've been programmed and forced and conditioned to do these things, kill our brother and pick up a gun. But still, we would never do things so barbaric still to this day as with the Caucasian race would do, the Javinigan race would do, the Arab race would do. You know what I'm saying? They literally will kill a whole nation and not lose a lick of sleep because they don't have a soul.
Concerning continue to evolve. So, in order for the powers that were to buy more time, there are certain karmic people in your bloodline who make pacts with them on a spiritual level to ensure that the chosen, the Messiah that comes through that bloodline, is overtaken and sacrificed. That way, whoever worked against you, the karma that worked against you, they have this position of superiority, not just in this lifetime, but for each lifetime that comes after that. Now, there's obviously superiority in the underworld, so that means that they might have a certain amount of wealth, they might have a certain amount of power in the underworld. Okay, it's all based on greed.
So the underworld is basically hell. It's hell. Um, in Egypt, they call it Amenta, or in Greek mythology, they call it Tartarus or Hades. In Norse mythology, they call it Helheim. In another mythology, they call it the underworld. But they all mean the same thing, which is basically hell. Which is basically the deepest part of the subconscious, the lower self.
Who are putting you in very compromising positions intentionally, because their overall objective on a spiritual level now is to see you so that you do not rise to it, so that you do not take power back, and so that you do not come to realize who you are and what you've been placed here to do, which is to break these generational cycles and shut down those karmic elements that work against you, as they were cycle over and again in order to maintain a position of authority. So this is both spiritual and physical, okay?
You see how saying this about 26 minutes worth of work?
Okay. You are being called to a very fearless position, very fearless. With any fear that's so linked, you're being called to clear out internally. As a matter of fact, before I get this message, because this message, I want to pull from my declare decree that to see what does the chosen, hold up, what the chosen needs in my loved ones is not destroyed. Or in spirit and flesh. This is from the declare decree that okay, let's get this message. My loved ones is not destroyed in spirit and flesh. This is from the declare decree that
so let me tell you something. When y'all on this spiritual path, when y'all on this spiritual journey, one thing you will realize is not all spiritual teachers or spiritual masters are what they may seem. A lot of them just care about sounding smart or sounding wise. A lot of them just care about having a ton of views and looking good when they saying certain things that nobody's ever heard before. So we got to be mindful of these things when y'all on this spiritual journey. There are many spiritual agents, and basically that's it's called wolf in sheep clothing, which is something that appears to be something but it's really not. Okay, something that appears to be something but it's really not. Someone who looks like you may have the same skin color, but they're an enemy in total disguise.
Email, okay? Let's get into this message, because you all have some very powerful gifts out here. You have the ability to be able to see things past, present, and future, okay? The Most High Mother Father has placed this within your DNA, okay? You've been crafted and created in a way where you can look back into the past, you can time travel to the past, you can time travel to the future, and you can see things in this present day circumstances. You can see right through falsehood and illusions. Powerful gift that you have, okay? You're being called to step into fearlessness because when you're courage, release all fear and rise up and be that courage and that strength, because your life is changing. There's a turning point that's happening in your life right now. You're being prepared to bring those gifts forward to the world, and the powers that were are cheating and raging, trying to prevent you from coming into this understanding, okay? They're trying to offset or postpone your destiny. The warfare has been between you and harmed family members working for the powers that were. They've conditioned you to believe that you are just like them, or that you are supposed to be raised and reared amongst these people. This is a time of true separation of the wheat from the tare. While you might share the same blood, you do not share the same spirit. You see the same soul comes from a completely different source. These people who are part of your line in the physical realm, I'm being shown that they are not your true, they're not your true family. It's almost like you have a multitude of gatekeepers that have been surrounding you from one lifetime to the next, who play the role. It's like a play. They play the role of your family. But on a spiritual level, if you was to see them, the two of you, there's no connection, there's no relation on any level. Okay? And this is why many of you feel estranged. Many of you feel like the black sheep. Many of you feel like you just don't feel anything.
This is and what she basically saying is many of you have family members who you know that it's just something about them, like just it's just something about them, and you can see that they really don't really truly care for you. It's just something about them where it's like but there's an illusion. There's an illusion cast over your face because we all say, well, this is my family though, this is blood. But that's the illusion. That's the illusion. Let's say you are a Christian. Y'all all will say y'all children of God, right? If you have a mama and you say that's my mama, well, your mama's still a child of somebody else. Y'all all children of God. So how can that be your mama? Wouldn't that just be your sister? Wouldn't your daddy just be your brother? If y'all all children of God and y'all all came from him, it's no such thing as that's your mama then or that's your daddy. Your mama was just a portal for you to get here. That don't mean she your mama. This is why a lot of y'all feel that y'all family is detrimental to you in some way and poisonous to you in some way, but the illusion is cast over your face and you still linger around these people because the illusion of family, which is not a real thing. Which is not a real thing. There's a lot of young people that are much more wiser and older than older people anyway. So it's like, who's really the child, you or me? You know, it's like you or me. So it's like, but that's the illusion that are cast over people. And then, you know, your mom might say she love you every day. You know, your dad might say she love you every day. Sister or brother, I love you, I love you. But yet their actions show different. Their actions show different. Remember, words are spells. And I'll tell you how words are spells because check this out. You ever seen the movie Harry Potter or the movie Hocus Pocus or any magical movie? Notice before they cast the spell, they say some words first. Hocus Pocus Mocus. Ha. Harry Potter might be like, Alabaganas Funa. Ha. And then he'll throw the wand. When they throw the wand and stuff, all that's just theatrics. The real magic is in the words that they saying before they throw the wand. That's spell casting. When you use any form of word, it's spell casting. Language in itself is spell casting. That's why they call it spelling. To speak any language, it's a cursed language. That's why they also have a form of writing called cursive. You can even write in cursive. Then they say when you say ass or dick or something like that, you cursing. But that's just profanity. All language in itself is a cursed language. When you say words like ass, because if it was such a curse word, why the fuck they got ass in the Bible? They got like 2 cuss words in the Bible. Oh yeah. So that's just profanity. That's not a curse word. That's profanity. But all language in general, anytime you speak any word from your mouth, you're spell casting. They said in the Bible, in the beginning was the word and the word was with God. How did God create all the stuff? He just said the word and said, let it be, and it was. So anytime you say a word, it's spell casting, and words are basically used to put things in physical form. That's it. That's it. If in all words is sounds and frequencies coming out of your throat chakra. That's all words is. Because look at a newborn baby. You know that newborn baby talking, but you can't understand what it's saying. Because you can hear sounds coming out that baby mouth. You can hear frequencies coming out that baby mouth, but you can't understand what that baby's saying. Neither can the baby understand what you saying. But you can hear sounds and frequency coming out his mouth. Then as the baby get older, he adapts to your language. Now you can understand what he's saying. But when he was a baby, you couldn't. That's because words in its original form is sound and frequency. That's all it is. The only reason you can tell what I'm saying to you right now is because you've adapted to this so-called language called English. Because right now, if you go over to Mexico, you wouldn't understand shit they saying. But you can tell that there's sound coming out of their mouth and frequency. But you can't understand what they saying because you don't speak that language. You have not adapted to that language. You have not adopted that language. So any word at its core base value is sound and frequency. That's all it is. The only way you can say I understand what you're saying is because he speaks the same language as you. You've adopted the same language as him. That's all. I'll show you right now how words are spelled, because anytime somebody tell you something and it didn't come from yourself, anytime you read a book, people be like, man, where you get that from, man? What book you read that from? Well, the book that I read it from, somebody wrote that book. How do you know that whatever they put in that book is not a lie? So just because they got a PhD or something, that anything they put in the book is right. Just because you have a PhD, anything you write in the book, it gotta be the truth. Because you're a famous author. So anything you write in the book, it just gotta be true. Niggas look up on Google all day. Man, where you get that from, man? Show me on Google where you saw that. Bro, everything on Google, somebody put that on there. So people around here just robots and program, believe in any and everything that they see in a book or see online. You don't know if that shit is true or not. Somebody wrote that book. Somebody put that article online for you to read, for you to say, oh yeah, then that's true because Google said it. I mean, people are really so damn brainwashed. It's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, man, this was on Google, man, so it's true, man. So I'll show you how words are spelled, because look, if you go watch the movie Harry Potter, this didn't happen on Harry Potter, but you ever seen the wizards on movies? They be like, man, he could be talking to a dude. The wizard could be talking to a dude. He'd be like, man, if you don't leave me alone, man, I'll make you think you a girl, man, right now. You better leave me alone. He'd be like, I do it, I dare you. And he'd be like, girlish, boyish, nigga, and he'll start. He got and the dude got a bald head. He'll start rubbing on his bald head like he got a long flowing luscious hair. Oh, I'm cramping. I'm on my period, bro. You a whole dude talking about he on his period. A wizard in a movie could make you think your ass is on fire just by putting a spell on you. Ass is on fires. Ha! And he'll throw the wand out, nigga. Oh, my ass. And y'all be looking dead at the movie like, bro, your shit not even on fire. But the words, it wasn't even the wand. It was the words. Words are spells. Anytime you believe something that somebody tells you, you are being spell casted upon. Simple. It didn't come from yourself. It didn't come from something that somebody told you, or something that somebody read to you, or that you read that somebody wrote. Anytime the knowledge that you so have in your head did not come from yourself and it came from somebody else, you have been spell casted upon. Spell casting, it's not far-fetched like they try to make it seem. Oh yeah, that's wizard magic. No, spell casting is what it sounds like. Nigga, words coming out of your mouth. Spell casting, spelling, they put it right in front of people's face. I can say something to my homegirl. One girl can say to her homegirl, bitch, where we going today? Bitch, we finna turn up. Her homegirl will be like, bitch, we going out tonight, bitch. But then if that same girl go walk up to a girl that she don't know, and the girl be like, bitch, where we going tonight? Bitch, where we going? That girl gonna look at her like, excuse me, what you say to me, bitch? You know what I'm saying? She gonna get hostile because, first of all, that's not her girlfriend. And second of all, it was the tone of how she said it. It was the word in which she said. See, a homegirl can say to her homegirl, bitch, and she'll be fine with it. But a random girl will walk up to her and call her the same thing, and she'll snap. Because it was a spell. If somebody can say something to you and make you act in a way you don't even want to act, if I can say something to you and make you get angry, I just casted a spell on you. Because words are nothing but energy, frequency, and sound. So I can say something to you and spell cast on you and make you feel a whole way. I can say something to you, hey girl, you look good today. Girl, you look good today. And you are, oh my gosh, thank you. Now you feel good about yourself. I just casted a spell on you, made you feel all kind of good. But soon as after I make you feel good, I can call you a bitch and cast a spell on you and make and immediately make you feel down about yourself. That's what words are, spells. Let's go.
You just don't fit in, and you never have, because it's not your family. And it's why many of you come to the realization that you have to release these people, because they're the tribe that is out your is your true family. And those are people that when you break the generational curses, they are the ones that's impacted by this. Okay? Again, a lot of spiritual uploads is coming through. Some people are refusing to see the truth. This year, if you don't allow yourself to be separated from those who are not your true God, you end up staying stuck with them, and they continue to siphon your energy and use you as a tool, as a sacrifice to prolong their position of authority in the underworld. Okay? They know who you are. At this point, just like the chosen seed, we know who we are. Those who are worthy of the powers that know their position as well. And so because the awareness is starting to come in so significantly, start having these dreams and people reveal to you who these people are in life, these people are having dreams of them who you are. They're starting to see, it's being shown to them in the dream state that you are not just anybody. You are truly a chosen seed, a divine being who is coming with a divine assignment. And because it's being revealed to them on such high levels to where it's not, they can't deny it anymore. They're now feeling very honest. They're anticipating karma to come back in. Not only that, their host is to try their hardest to work up against you as much as possible. Do not come to the realization of what this thing is really all about. Okay? A lot of them refusing to see the truth. A lot of them don't embrace the fact you truly are the divine being that is here to fearlessly and courageously bring forward the truth that's being shown to you through your third eye. A lot of them have a lot of pieces to this puzzle that need to be brought to the world. You have a strong ability to decode and unveil all of those things that have been hidden inside. And all of those things that have been hidden in plain sight. That's what you're here for. Everybody has their own add to the puzzle. Okay? This is decoding what this comes at work. And so it's time to action. Yes, if you feel there's a passion, there's fire in you, if some sort of ideal or spiritual has been coming through, if I see I'm supposed to be communicating, it's because it is something supposed to communicate. Because when you speak these out,